Hello, it's Andrew McKay here, Remax in Wasaga Beach, and this is the May 2020 market update, real estate market update for Wasaga Beach. It's actually the middle of June, and I've been waiting to see what happens during the first 2 weeks of June. Obviously, we're in strange times, and it felt as though there was a pent-up demand which needed to be seen in conjunction with what was been happening in May. So positive news, which is good. Firstly, welcome. Hope everybody's safe and well, and social distancing, wearing masks. Thank you to all the frontline workers, all different types and work jobs. You've just been fantastic. And I think we all still owe them a debt of gratitude and can show some respect by wearing our masks, social distancing, trying to keep out of large groups. But that's a different matter entirely. If you have any questions, please contact me directly or leave comments below and I'll answer it as soon as I can, straight away, hopefully for you. As I said, comments or contact me directly. If you're listening to the podcast, again, contact me. I'd love it if you left a review, if this is interesting to you. I will be showing some stuff on the screen, so my apologies to any podcast listeners, but I will be talking about the figures as well. Anyway, as I said, it's the middle of June and we're looking at May, but I'm going to go into June as well. I'm just going to share the screen and I'm going to be flicking around a little bit as well. So please excuse me. And there's a reason I'm sharing the screen, because I want to get Mark Twain involved, which may seem very strange. As an aside, it's fantastic quotes from Mark Twain. Well worth looking him up on Google. A bit like Churchill, they were masters. Anyway, the one that's important today, and I'm just going to read it off for you, is there are lies, damned lies, and statistics. Now, it may seem a bit strange for me to put that up when I'm giving you a market report, but I'm going to shoot straight over to some news I saw yesterday on the Bayshore Broadcasting News Centre. They own the radio stations 97.7 Max, not what I was going to say. And very reputable. They do a very, very good job. And the news is right. But home sales down in South Georgian Bay area, they are. You know, as they say, May was a decline of 42.4% from May 2020. Excuse me. But the area they're looking at is Wasaga Beach, Clearview, Collingwood, Blue Mountains, Meaford and Grey Highlands. It's a big area. There's a fair few number of towns in there, and you really do need to be more specific with statistics, because I'm not saying these are damned lies, but they're not relevant to Wasaga Beach. Market updates, you need to know 5 figures. If you know those, you've got a grasp on the market. Yes, it's good to know about the curb appeal, the emotional attachments, the house layout, square footage, critical. But any buyer or seller needs to have a handle or needs to be informed by their realtor of these 5 figures. It tells you how the market's doing. You need to know the number of units sold in the previous month compared to the year before, and also year to date. For example, January to May 2019, so many homes sold, 2020, X homes sold. That will tell you how the market's going. In conjunction to that is the sales to listing price. This is the percentage of the listing price that the house sold for. 100% is great. 97, 98, 99%. It's very close to list. People are getting almost what they want, or if they left a little bit of wiggle room, as most people do, it's there. Over 100%, you're getting multiple offers. We're getting into not great territory. Even if you're a seller, you've got to buy somewhere. Days on market, more general, that will give you an idea of if the days on market are low, houses are selling, it's a good busy market. A month of inventory, this is the one that's missed quite often. This is if so many homes sold in a month and there were so many homes for sale, how many months would be left at that rate? So, I don't know. So there's 75 homes for sale and 25 homes for sold. You've got 3 months of inventory. Excuse me. 1 to going into 4 months is considered a seller's market. There's not enough homes for sales. Homes are selling quickly. Prices are rising. Come out of the 4 months, 5, 6, going into 7 months, balanced market. That's where we want to be. That's quite healthy. Equal number of homes and sellers. Homes are selling, but prices aren't going up too dramatically. We don't want to hit a bubble. Coming out of 7, 8, 9, 10, too many homes for sale, not enough buyers. It's a buyer's market and there's a pressure down on pricing. Again, not a healthy place to be. So just bear in mind the headline here, the damn statistics. Home sales down in South Georgian Bay. I'm going to flick us over to Wasaga Beach. And initially, we're getting to June in a minute. So this is for May. We'll look at the number of homes sold. So the 12-month average price is 520,887. That's a 9.58% increase over the year. Now that's really healthy, but it's not bubble territory. We're not liable to see prices come crashing down with that sort of increase. So that's very, very healthy. Days on market 39. Yeah, it's good. You list your home, you get a accepted firm offer with conditions removed after 39, just over a month. But it's also homes aren't disappearing in 5-10 days, so it's not a ridiculous situation. We'll whip over to here and see that this year so far compared to last year, where 20 homes or less are sold. I should add this is all concentrated on single freehold detached homes as reported at the Southern Georgian Bay. Most of the sales in Wasaga Beach are single freehold detached. There are some condos, but they tend to follow the market of single freehold detached. The land lease is a different market entirely, different type of buyer, different type of seller, different type of house, different price range. So we can just push that to one side because it's not reflective of the market as a whole, especially as other areas such as Collingwood, Barry. So Barry's got some, but it's just a separate thing. You're welcome to have this report. I can email it to you, no problem at all. Average days on market 39. As you can see, this is it's dropping. February and March days on market was really low, but not many houses selling. So statistics don't really work there. But you can see last year, generally 1 to 2 months, and we're in that range now. 97.55%. If you're at home, if you list at 100,000, sales for 97,500. I think most people are quite happy, and the figure generally seems to be in that sort of range. There's no downward pressure on price. We have 3.1 months of inventory. We're still technically in a seller's market, but we're going to that balanced market. So it's healthy. Homes are selling. That's why it's 39 days, not 49, 59, 69 days. But again, it's not, we're down to 1 month of inventory. That's what the GTA was when they're busy, less than a month of inventory, which just makes prices shoot up, which isn't healthy. So all told, in May, we were in a good position. So let me go over to June quickly. I'm just going to come back for a moment before we do that. Stop sharing. As I said, if you've got any questions, please ask below. I know there's a lot of stuff I throw out in this, what are they? Videos? Yeah. In these videos, there's a lot of stuff I throw out and I use my hands too much like that. But it just gives you a taste. Ask if you need any questions answered, just get in hold of me. So we're going to have a look at June because this is where stuff gets really interesting. I'm just going to get rid of that for us. Right. This is for the whole of Ontario, and it's a company called Showing Time we use. That's where all the bookings, the viewings go from. And this really does, even though it's the whole of Ontario, really does tell a story. That's 2019. The year gets busier as you go along. It's January, February, March, gets busier. End of March, state of emergency, bang. Essential buyers, essential sellers, 55, 60% down. Then after the shock, mid-April towards the April, whoops. I've just lost it for you. Sorry about that. I was getting a bit excited. So there we go. So down, as I said, then April starts climbing, May gets busier. Suddenly June, we've taken off. First 2 weeks of June, the number of showings compared to last year, and last year was a normal year. You can see it for yourself. You can see it for yourself. So very, very healthy. And that's why I wanted to wait and talk about June. We felt there's been a pent-up demand. There's been what am I? Shoot, I've lost that. Excuse me. There we go. There's inquiries, but people were worried about coming up, quite rightly. We couldn't show houses to people because we're only dealing with essential buyers. But the busiest months in Wasaga Beach, traditionally April, May, June. April and May weren't that busy. June has started off, the pent-up demand from the previous 2 months has hit us. And you'll see what I mean when we look at these figures here. So this one. First 2 weeks of June, 41 homes sold in Wasaga Beach. That's compared to 19 last year, 115% difference. We've just shot up. As you can see, damn, sorry about this. Collingwood's down, Tiny's down. Blue Mountain was down to almost zero for April and May, and I think everybody's come out in first 2 weeks in June and built. But we should be positive overall when we come to June. Now, this is the interesting thing. This is where I've taken a snapshot of when we have market updates, and there's how far down we are on the number of sales. So April minus 37, 42 for this time period, 37, 32. That's when we saw the showings increase. And then May, the positivity was occurring with some anomalies here. But again, lower differences compared to last year. Even over May overall, we were 28% down, 32%. So it's getting slightly better. Look at these percentages. First 8 days of June, number of sales was up 137%. And from the 9th to the 15th, 90%. It really is. It's a pent-up demand. April and May is selling in June. So there is a market there at the moment. And we needed that to put the May figures to relate to the May figures. That was the reason for waiting for these. So I think that's about it. I don't think there's any other information to show you. Nope. I'll get rid of the stop sharing. Hope that was of interest. Like I said, it's a lot of statistics. Sometimes you can find it a bit boring, but just pick out the highlights, the salient points, and discuss it with your realtor, or give me a call if you need any more information. Thank you. Have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine. It's beautiful out there. Cheers.